It's down here. Okay, so it says thumb assessment. So what do we have? We have flexion and extension. Oh, yeah. We remember this. Okay. Oopsie.
Angry. Give me my pen over there.
205. Measurement. Patient is sitting, elbows flexed, forearm mid position and resting on the table. The wrist is in slight ulnar deviation. The fingers assume the anatomical position. Stabilization. Again, I'm stable because this is what we're moving. So I'm stabilizing here. And it says the axis is over the CM joint. Okay, you ready for this? You ready for this? You got to help me with this. Okay. It says that, note, the movable arm, parallel to the longitudinal axis of the thumb, metacarpal. Note, although the goniometer arms are not aligned at 0 in this start position, the position is recorded as 0. The number of degrees the metacarpal is moved away from the 0 start position is recorded as the range of motion for the movement. For example, if the goniometer read 30 at the start position for CM joint flexion and extension, and 15 at the end, then the range of motion is going to be 15. Okay, so
you're just going to do the two numbers in between.
The range. So what do we do here? So, this is what we're doing. Okay, so as I'm lining things up, you see, I'm not at, oh, let's flip you over. As I line this up, oh, aren't you supposed to be deducted too? Thumb maintains contact, yeah. So maintain contact there.
Okay,
So
what term is the stationary arm? That one?
This is stationary.
This is stationary.
This is not moving. Yep,
Okay.
yep. So there's my stationary arm. But you see, I'm not starting at 0. I'm actually starting at 15 degrees.
So what position is my hand supposed to be in?
Your thumb is supposed to maintain contact with that. What is it?
Like this? Is that how?
No,
Correct. Correct. Okay. So, wait a minute.
And is this supposed to be lined up over this divot?
Mm-hmm. This is the joint.
Yeah.
This is the CMC joint itself. Not here, but here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And so then, if we are starting, actually now it's like 10 degrees. Okay. So if I were to flex this, .45. So 45 minus 10 is 35. I got this. Yeah.
So you need to make sure you're not looking at her thumb position, really.
Yeah, and this part down here, yes, I'm looking, this is what I'm looking at. Correct. I'm not looking at this. Kind of the same as when I was doing the MCPs, the wrist. I don't care really what's going on down here. Same, because I'm measuring the CMC joint. Okay, and so then keep it together right here. Okay.
Keep it together.
Keep it together, girl. Okay, and then if we were to come back, extend it back. So 15 minus 10, that's about 5 degrees. 5 degrees of extension. Because we started at 10 and then we went back to 15, so 5 degrees of extension.
So why would we stop here when I can go there?
Can you?
Just here, quit, just here. Oh, I see. It's the thumb that's actually.
Yeah, because it's right
the
here that we're looking
remainder
at.
of it.
I have a question.
Just the lower part of the
With
joint.
flexion, does it matter if this joint, because my thumb like rotates out. once you-
That's why we're stabilizing as well, because this is the joint that we're looking at. So we're just looking at the CMC right now.
Oh.
So what's happening here at the MCP doesn't matter yet. We're going to take those measurements in a second. Yeah, that shouldn't affect what's going on at the CMC.
Okay.
And so far, no.
Because like if
Sorry.
if this doesn't rotate, I can go that far. But if I let it rotate, it can open wider right here. That's what I'm saying. Like, is that where you're supposed to stop, or
Let me
would
feel.
you let
Let me
it?
see what's going on. All right. Can you take over this?
And then mine will rotate out.
Oh, okay. No, I'm going to keep it in alignment. I'm just going to keep it in alignment. I see what you're saying.
Is that like a
Yeah,
trick
it
movement?
rotates
Yeah,
out. so
she's
that-
got, it's kind of a lax joint there.
Yeah, so it rotates out to
Yeah.
give me more.
So what we're actually measuring is this joint right here.
Yeah, the CMC.
Where we're putting the
The axis, right.
where the axis is.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you do, okay, so you're gonna flex it. Do the flexion again?
Flexion.
Flexion.
She's going to share her
And extension.
And
Well,
extension.
see, our start is here, so we're flexing,
Good hate.
and she's extending it. So the extension isn't very much.
Haters gonna hate, you know.
And then in a minute, we're gonna do some ab and adduction too.
So that joint doesn't really move that much, though.
No,
Okay.
but it does help us oppose.
Okay.
Because you would be funny.
Oh, yeah. And then just go by what
Because you're just measuring
No,
this
by what
what
your
this
patient
is doing
has.
here.
I know, but as far as
Pulling
Oh,
it back like that, it doesn't
Yes,
really go very
yes,
far.
but no, because it's whoever your patient is, that's.
Coming
Right.
this way,
Feel,
it
feel,
really
yes.
moves, but coming that way, it really doesn't.
And this is a really good question. Jody says, what about infield? Are we not worried about that? Yeah, we are. We're going to look at that in all of these. And if you take a look at all of our MCPs are a little different. We're going to have variation, and in the book it might say firm, hard, or might even say soft, firm, and hard for this.
That's true,
Because someone has.
Okay, because if we look at Dawn's, look at this. Look at how much. Yeah, hers. She has a soft infield. If you look at mine, mine's hard. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere.
It's all
No.
that aquatic therapy doing.
Yeah. So we're all a little different in that,
And you're really soft.
so
it's
just
rigid.
feel it and
You're
just
really soft.
let me know what that
These
person
are, but these are
infield is.
Dawn has scurvy.
I have what?
Yeah, scurvy.
Curve.
MCP. Okay, so now then, the next one in your book on 206 says thumb MCP and IP flexion and extension. Now we're going to do these the same way we did the other MCPs and IPs. So here's the MCP. I'm going to do a measure of flexion. I can come under here and I can do my measure of extension. Come down to the IP, I can do flexion, come underneath, and I can do extension. So again, with all of these, I'm stabilizing just proximal to that joint that I'm measuring.
Isn't it you that aren't you double jointed like at your thumb?
Look at even Jody's elbows here. She's got
Can
some
you pull it back?
Hyperextension.
mobility.
I'm hyperextended, like,
Wow.
I can't.
this one right here.
yeah, I can
Hyperextend your MCPs.
everything. Super fast.
So we did those. So now if we move on to page 208 in your book, it says thumb CM, back to the CM, C joint, AB duction. So this can AB duct, and it can AB duct. Is that what it's going to call it? It's just going to call it AB duction. Yes, because it's when we do the muscle testing. Okay. So thumb abduction, it says, start position, patient is sitting, elbows flexed, forearm is resting on the table in mid position. The wrist and fingers are in the anatomical position, and the thumb maintains contact with the metacarpal and phalanx of the index finger. And so with this one, we're looking